Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm wishing you a very happy new year. We are stepping into 2025 and oh my god, I miss 2024 so much because I have learned so many things, I have experienced so many things, but yes, I had stopped manifesting new and better things for myself. And hence, I believe 2025 is going to be the year about manifesting and achieving. So, since I have talked about manifesting and achieving, let's start with how we can manifest things and we already can feel the happiness before even achieving it. So, today we are going to talk about fake it till you make it. Number one. It all starts with your mind. I believe if you are someone who is not able to feel the happiness or the sense of accomplishment before achieving it, so you would not get that extra drive to work towards it. I am definitely someone who manifests things, who plans for my future days, and I live in my future dreamy days as well. I know it is sounding little silly, but let me tell you that this is something which gives you real blissful feeling, and you actually try to act or work more on it. And hence, I am saying you that it all starts with your mind. When you are already accepting that the things are happening according to your plans, that's when you are all ready to work more harder on your plans and execute your steps. And hence, I am telling you this thing, the moment you start accepting the future days, your body language, your confidence, and that extra drive to work more towards those happy real days is gonna be increased. Number two, Delulu is the Silulu. I think it is very popular nowadays in Instagram stories or reels or YouTube shorts that people are talking about Delulu is the Silulu. But let's not talk about their negative side where they are just accepting all the negativities as positivities, which is so contradicting and is just so ironic that it cannot be possible. And hence, just focus on the part that if you are believing that this delusional world that I have in my head, which is going to be happening in my future days, are going to be there for real, you are just creating that environment in your head, and you are actually focusing more on your steps that you are taking towards it, and it actually leads you. Like for example, when I was a kid, I always had dreamt of winning crowns. I already have talked about it millions of times, but let me just remind you with this one personal experience that I always used to think about wearing that pretty gown, wear the crown after winning, and wear a beautiful but responsible sash across my heart. I just used to act like that one pageant girl during my school days, during my college days, and guess what? I was getting the happiness, I was getting that more drive, more extra motivation, because the feel you get, the blissful feel you get when you think about being in those future days is something which is unbeatable and cannot be matched with any other experience. And hence, when I used to be younger, I used to think about those days and used to feel more happy, and I eventually ended up being a pageant queen. And that is what I'm talking about. When you're manifesting something, but it is very important that you live in that time already, so you feel it more, you work more towards it. Number three, never disclose anything. Even if you feel that it is very important for me to disclose the plans or discuss the plans with others so that I get more ideas. But let me tell you something, if you want to have superficial ideas, that is fine, but just collect it, gather it and keep it to yourself. It is not very important that all the details that you have gotten or picked from others, you just showcase to others and plan it with everyone, because all of us are planning for better days, better future, but there are also people who are around you, they are doing the same, and hence you never know if your plan is getting picked by them, and before you do it, they actually do it, and you feel like maybe this was my plan and they are doing it before me, and you don't want to feel bad. It's okay, I know that there is time for everything to be happened and nothing happens before the time. But for me, I believe if you have your plan planned, it's not necessary for you to share to everyone and tell it to everyone. If you have an outer outline which you want to just tell to people, that is still fine, but the details are no, we never share the details of your life and the plans. I also have seen people to get the audacity to discourage you. I know we do discussions so that we also see the negative sides as well as the positive sides, and we should not only focus on the positive sides for sure, but it is very important that you know how to filter their negativities as well, because I have seen so many people coming up with realistic opinions which you tend to find more attractive and you just get drawn towards it, but sometimes they are just the ones which are not real, and you just focus more on, because we are humans and we have the tendency to focus a little more towards the negative side, and we trust the people more who are showing the darker side, and we trust them so much that we forget about our own goals and the real positive bright sides of our future goals, and we just act slower, we just slow down, we get diminished with our ideas because of their negative opinions. Hence, I'm saying you should never talk about your plans in details with anyone else at all. Number 4, mean every single thing you are planning. You cannot be in your pseudo world and just take the happiness just by thinking about your future days. You have to mean every single step, every single plan you had made, and you have to literally work accordingly, because people around us, they are the best critics towards our actions, and I believe somewhere or the other that helps sometimes, but you have to mean everything. If you have a plan, you have to stick to it. I know nowadays we are not sticking to just one plan. We have always plan B, plan C. Multiple people get fickle at times as well, but that's fine. But back of your head, it should be one thing that you're working on, and rest others should be just plan B and onwards. Plan has to be the highlighted one sitting on the pedestal in your head. Number 5, align your actions with your goals. You start taking the tiny steps towards those dreams. A lot of us are ambitious, but being just ambitious is not everything. Your actions should speak that you're ambitious. From the very moment you plan something, you should definitely start taking steps towards it. And as we know, actions speak louder than what we say, and hence it is very important that we focus on every single details that we have structured for the future days. It is very important that each and every day when you wake up, you think about your final goal, that one goal for which you want to hard work each and every day. Sometimes we forget about that one thing, and I would tell you that leads to the motivation to get faded away. That has happened with me also multiple times, and I'm not talking about my bigger plans, but small things that I plan, and if I forget them, if I keep them aside for a few days, and after a few days I just forget about them, and after a few days I feel like those plans were never necessary for me. And hence I'm telling you, if you have a bigger plan, if it is about your career, if it is about your small achievements or big achievements, doesn't matter what it is, but you have to think about it each and every day, so you stay affirmative about it inside your head, and you do the manifest regularly to reach every single step that you have planned for yourself. Be constant with your plans. As I also have mentioned previously, that many people, they keep switching to their future plans, different plans. You have to draw your line for yourself, that this is where I am going to end up. Doesn't matter what situation, as I mentioned, doesn't matter if it's about your career, it's about the small goals, or it's about your personal life, your relationships, or anything, or your academics, anything. If you're dreaming about something, that should be it. You put a full stop after it, so that you don't get into different things. For every single field, you should keep your one thing as this is it towards which I'm gonna work. It is very important for you to remind yourself that this is where I need to work, because every single day needs to be a day where you're getting closer to that goal, and you're working hard on yourself so you get sharpened and completely prepared for those days. And everything that I spoke in front of you right now, they all align with each other. It is very necessary for you to accept the things. It's very important for you to live in your delusional world. It is very important for you to take tiny steps every now and then towards that one goal, and that's how you keep moving more towards your goals, and that's how you end up achieving it. Hard work is definitely needed, but when you are doing the hard work, it is also very important for you to feel how you are going to feel for real in your future days. And this is really something which gives you more power, and it ignites that fire in you, so that you stay focused towards those days to happen in your life for real. So yes, these were all that I wanted to tell you in this video, because I believe 2025 should be more better for you than 2024. I hope each and every situation that happens in your life, you take learnings out of it. It is very important for you to calculate from each and every experience that occurs to your life. Even though you are taking tiny steps, but make sure these are working for you in this year. And I really pray that you run faster, literally, towards your goals. I hope 2025 works better for you than any other years in the past. I will be seeing you in the next one. Till then, bye, take care.